Hey boys and girls, GameCam here, and obviously with 2016 coming to a close, I thought I would have a little chat about it. It's been a very interesting year. Obviously I'm doing a bit of live commentary here because I thought it might be it might probably go on for a while because of the fact that we've done a lot in this year. And it's been not a great year. In some respects it's been good, but overall I'd say it's bad. Obviously the fact that yes, you have the celebrity deaths, yes, it is not good. I would never say it's good, but I would say, let's be honest here, like how many of you actually, you didn't know these people, but you didn't like know them personally, and I've lost two of my grandparents this year. Everyone's lost a lot of people this year. This is a shame. It's one of the bad things about it. Obviously, good things about it is the fact that this was the year I really got into making TF2 videos and really got involved in the TF2 community. Obviously, at the start of this year, I had played TF2 before, but not as seriously as I am like now. I was mainly just moving. I was just, I've just started doing it a bit more with my friends, and I just started thinking about maybe making some more videos on it because I was starting to enjoy it a bit more. So it's interesting to see how obviously things have changed since then. Obviously I started off just playing the game, recording some things, started looking at some other people who are making videos and things like that. Seeing how they were doing it, what they thought was good, things like that. Obviously it's changed now, so now we're doing a lot more different stuff. It's interesting to see how, my opinion on things have changed as well. Whereas obviously, as well as the fact that, how I see the game has also changed. Obviously, I started off by, I've started off really like getting involved in the community as well, because of the fact that obviously I've started doing Radical, but we'll come on to that soon. Obviously, it started off by just getting to know each other, people, and then sort of thinking of the idea of how to get involved more, and things like that. And generally, I didn't come into this year thinking I'd be involved into this as much as heavily as I am now, but it's obviously changed a lot. I originally came into this year thinking that I was going to do a bit of TF2, but then I'd probably get more into other PC games and stuff like that and recording other ones more. It was just that TF2 seemed to have this recording system that I could use, off the bat. I thought it just seemed easiest. But it's interesting how it hooked me in and how I started playing it more, and why I didn't initially particularly like the game. I thought it was probably because of the variety, the fact that I played other games by that point. I'd known more about what was going on and things like that. I felt that obviously my mate had tried to get me more into it as well. So every time I die, it's that guy. And how I started. Let's go spy and just cap this. And how I started to meet people, because obviously it started off with me watching Runix's montage and going, wow, this guy's actually really good. And I started. I think I posted a comment on his thing saying, "Oh wow, you're pretty good." And then it slowly, I started having the idea for Radical, so I started contacting him about that. And then he was like, "Oh hey, I know these guys." And then there was Timo and Logic and people, who then they told about people, and then they obviously with the fact that I started getting involved with things. They were like, "Hey, we know some other people that might be involved," and I started talking to people about it. I originally had my reserves about Radical. I didn't think it would work, to be honest, I thought, it's going to be one of those things where friggin' everyone's just going to be like, oh yeah, we'll do it, and then you know, nothing will come of it. But it actually came out, and it actually, you know, did. I started talking to people, it started getting traction. Everyone was like, oh yeah, this is going to be amazing, it's going to be like the greatest thing ever. And I was like, seriously? I thought it was, you know, just going to be a piss in the wind, to be honest. But a lot of people actually got really into it, which is good. It's great. It's great. It's just it wasn't what I was expecting, you know. But it's interesting to see that now it's turned out really well, and how that now you get. And how you get a lot of more people involved in things like this. And the first rally call did go very well. The second, the first TF2 one went very well. It went exactly, well, not exactly the plan, but it went pretty good for a first try. I mean, I'm surprised we managed to get Scout. It was very much one of those things where it was kind of luck. The fact that I happened to talk to people who happened to know someone else who happened to know someone else. It was very much a snowball effect. But obviously, then I tried to move it on to, because I thought, Overwatch, you know, they'd be good if we could try and get into that, you know, try and contact those people and get our people involved. And I'm sure a lot of people from Overwatch would like to be interested. And I thought that, you know, it might be able to gain some more traction that way. So I decided to do into Overwatch. And it didn't pan out very well. It was definitely one of my low points. I think it's because of the fact that I thought it was just going to be like a very simple transition. I thought that, you know, it didn't seem too difficult when you looked at it from the outside. But when you got into it, it was very, very different. Overwatch is like nothing like Team Fortress 2, especially the community. The community is nothing like it. It's very segregated, the Overwatch community, so it wasn't like the snowball effect I had for TF2 where I sort of messaged. It was more of like the buck stops here sort of thing, so I'd have to message everyone individually, and a lot of them are, you know, it's a lot more economic based, so you get people who were doing, you know, videos or streams or something like that for money, and you know, it wasn't. They weren't willing to, you know, go the extra mile kind of thing. A lot of the Team Fortress 2 people were. I don't know whether that was... Also, Overwatch itself as a game I started playing, but that slowly, like, I really looked forward to it in the beta and all the trailers. I played the beta and the beta was really good. I put loads of hours in the beta. But when the game came out, it just, like, the balancing just didn't feel right, and it just... The game slowly withered away, really, for me. I mean, obviously, yeah, it's still going strong, but I mean, it's not. I mean, I do want to love it. I want to love it, but the game's just not pulling me in, you know, as much as it used to, which is a massive shame. But it's just how it goes, I think. But I think that I definitely would like to try and do some more events for it. But I don't think that. How did I miss that one? But I don't think that... I don't know, I'm very much reserved about it next time. I think I might make it a little bit smaller. I don't know, I'm still thinking about how I'm going to do the next one. But I think that it was... I mean, it wasn't a complete failure, but it wasn't nearly as good as I was hoping for. But it'll be interesting to see how the next one turns out. But... You know, you always have the next one. Maybe I can get some more people involved, make some more people interested. But you know, it taught me a valuable lesson about these sort of things. Which, you know, it didn't reinforce my ideas of trust. I'm not a very trusting person, and that definitely didn't help matters. But you know, you live and you learn from these sort of things. In terms of like 2016, so 2016 for Rally Call, obviously it was the starting year for it, and it's been a good year for Rally Call. The starting point's been very good. You know, we're looking at doing it another year. A lot of people are interested and looking to get involved so far, so I think it'll be a good year. I'll probably do my expectations for 2017 in a different video, This one's just going to be more talking about how I felt this year went. In terms of like YouTube again, getting back to my YouTube, I think that 2016's been good because of the fact that I've met a lot of new people. I've been able to do a lot more fun stuff. I think that if I hadn't done YouTube, I wouldn't have met the people that I have. I've met some really incredible people. It's also caused some issues, but I think that's with anything in life. You know, you're always going to get the good and the bad. And you know, maybe I'm still, you know, finding my relationship with some people. Some people I'm still not sure. You know, are we friends? Are we just, you know, acquaintances? Is still, you know, here and there. But you know, with anything, you know, with every relationship, it's usually still fluctuating. Whether we're mates, whether we're enemies, we don't know. We're just acquaintances. It's hard to tell sometimes. And I think with YouTube, it's also the fact that, you know, a lot of people had issues with, you know, who they want to be associated with in terms of the fact that, you know, where they're going to go for views or they're doing it for collabs and things like that. I think my video editing has gone up. Obviously, I've gotten more used to the program I'm using since the start of it. I mean, I've not progressed massively in terms of it because of the fact that you know, I haven't had the you know, the program stayed the same really. I've still got the same program, just got slightly better with it, which is, you know, not a massive leaps and bounds, but you know, it's something. Also got a better PC, so obviously I'm reproducing, you know, I can do 1080p 60 FPS and things now, which is good. And I've gotten more and more, loads of new games, which I've really enjoyed. I couldn't tell you what my favourite game from 2016 is, because I've got a lot of games that I've installed that I haven't played yet. But I know there's been a lot of good games in 2016. I'm more excited to see what's coming out in 2017, to be honest, but I think there's definitely going to be good things on the way. So that's in terms of games. In terms of films, you know, 2016 has fallen a bit short for me in terms of films. Some bits were good, some bits I felt could have been better. Obviously, Civil War was very good. Yeah, it is 2016. Civil War was very good. I really enjoyed that. It was probably the highlight for the year for films. But I'm more excited for where 2017 brings again. I think in terms of you know, personal character development this year, I don't think I've really changed at all. In all fairness, it's very rare for me to change over a year. You know, personality wise, I don't really change. I mean, physical wise, I don't tend to change much either. I mean, I grew a little beard, but I shaved it off. I mean, like, I only seem to get like slightly taller, and my jawline tends to get slightly sharper, but besides that, I don't really change much over the years. But it'll be interesting to see, you know, what the next year comes, and I don't know, maybe I'll change as a person, who knows. I think it's unlikely. I don't really tend to change much. I'm very much, you know, me, and that's it. I understand how people have developed, but I mean, I don't know. I'm very stubborn and set in my ways, you know. But I've been helping people. I've been, you know, suckered once or twice, but I think everyone has throughout a year. I think that it's, again, it goes back to the point where the fact that I'm not too sure, you know, where I sort of stand with some people. But that's just one of those things where you're never really truly sure. When you stand with some people, it's a bit confusing. But it's, you know, that's just how it is with people. You know, the you know, whenever other people are involved, you're never completely sure of anything. But it's just, you know, I'm a bit unsure who's, you know, who's got my back and who doesn't, you know, with anything in this world. And I think that this year has been one of those ones where I'm not too sure really of anything. I don't know. I might need to have a quick step back and have a look at things, and maybe poke a few holes, see who bites, sort of thing. In terms of just gauging where I'm going. I think that I was hoping kind of that I'd have a better idea at the end of the year than I about what I'm doing, where I'm going, and things like that, than I would at the start. But as I've just not really gone anywhere, so to speak. So it's a bit annoying, but kind of reasonable. I mean, I'm not expecting, people's lives don't just change on a dime, or a year, in fact. People have to want to change, and the fact that I don't think I don't know. It feels like everywhere else is changing, but I'm not, sort of thing. It's just trying to find where I fit in again. But I think that's just one of the things everyone's constantly trying to do. But you gonna notice me? Oh, anyone gonna notice me? Alright, you're cool. Oh, jeez. I do like Sunshine, actually. Sunshine is one of my better maps, I think. I think it has its place. It's sometimes has its issues, but you're gonna die probably soon, mate. I best being more aggressive. But in terms of skill level, I think I've done a lot better on games than I was before. I'm getting better at a lot of classes. Obviously, I did a bit of competitive. Wasn't really like, it hadn't changed much from when I did it on Battlefield and other games. It's very much the, oh my god, you're not on gold. Oh, you filthy, silver level peasant. How dreadful. Do you even play this game seriously, bro? I'm not sure you understand exactly the severity of these levels. It's not a game, it's a lifestyle. You know the type. And kill them all. So I don't know whether exactly where I'm. It wasn't for me. This team's we're steamrolling. It's not really for me. I think not yet. Anyway, I think I'll be ready to grin and bear it when I'm older and I have a more stable sort of thing going on. Because at the moment everything is, as I said earlier, changing. So I don't think that I'll be able to do commit to much. I mean, Radical, I'm already sort of pushing it, I think, at some points. Sometimes sometimes I just look at it and I just really don't want to. But I think I kind of need to get more. I need to quote the greatest Foo Fighters song. One of the greatest Foo Fighters songs. I need a little bit of resolve. That's from their song Resolve. Where I need to get possibly draw into myself and get a little more energy to put into things, because I know that nothing's going to change unless I put the energy in and the time. But I just don't feel like I can put in the time and the energy for this sort of thing, especially if it's gonna go south on me again. That's the sort of thing. I don't think with the Overwatch one, I don't think I have as much trouble, because obviously, as I said before, the fact that TF2, it seems like they really want it, so whereas obviously the Overwatch one I struggled, so I don't. It's hard to say really. Any which way how this is going to go, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to delegate a bit more, something like that, with a lot of things. Maybe I need to stop putting more on my plate than I can handle, but yeah, I think that's all in all everything I have to talk about 2016. Generally, it's high ups and it's downs, but I think it was mainly down. But I don't think I would have done it any different. I think it's been good for me in a lot of respects because of the people I've met and what I've achieved and things like that. But it's just the costs have also been pretty heavy. and I wish it. I'm not sure if they went up. I think that if I had to, I'd rather have the people still with me than be where I am, sort of thing. But anyway, I hope you guys had a better year. I know a lot of people didn't, but I hope you guys did. And I'll do another video talk about my aspirations for 2017 when 2017 crops around. When we get a little bit further into 2017, I'll do a video about my opinion on how 2017 is going to go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys later.